Hello, Fangirls. It's Tracy Sandler, and welcome to Talking Touchdowns Wildcard Edition. That's right, it's playoff time. And even though the 49ers aren't in the playoffs, we fans are still very excited about our Jimmy Garoppolo Christmas present. So let's take a look at the matchups. But first, I want to introduce you to my starting lineup. Over here, we have Chargers Fangirl Shelby. Then we have Seahawks Fangirl Christina.
Hi.
On to Rams Fangirl Taylor, whose team is in the playoffs. Congratulations. She is literally sparkling for Jared Goff right now. All right, we are going to start with the AFC, where the Buffalo Bills will be taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Tennessee Titans will be traveling to the very tough Arrowhead Stadium to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. So, ladies, the Jags started their changes this season on the field and in the front office. They got a new coach in Doug Marrone and a new EVP of football operations in Tom Coughlin. So that certainly helped things along. You know what else helped them along? The resurgence of Blake Bortles, who all of a sudden became the quarterback no one ever thought he would be. However, I'd like to point out that there was one team recently that stopped him dead in his tracks.
Who was that?
Oh, this old team in San Francisco called the 49ers. But again, I digress. And that brings me to the Bills. Shelby, tell us a little bit about the Bills.
They are now coming out of their longest drought in all of their 4 sports in Buffalo. So they've got some big pressure on their backs, but they also have their fan base who is raising money for Andy Dalton's foundation, which is just really goes to show the sportsmanship of this team and their fan base.
The two teams have been really fun together on Twitter. The Buffalo Bills have promised the Bengals a lifetime supply of buffalo wings.
I wish I had that promise, because buffalo wings are one of my favorite foods.
So if LaShawn McCoy, in fact, cannot play or is, at half-mast,
They really have to.
Yeah, they're going to struggle.
They definitely need him for this matchup for sure. He's been a huge foundation, like you said, for that offense. So, waiting to kind of hear back about that injury is going to be huge for this matchup.
I am going to predict a Jaguars victory. So, Shelby?
I'm going with you. Jaguars for sure.
I agree, Jaguars.
Taylor?
I'm going Jags based on LaShawn McCoy.
But we still want your buffalo wings.
Yes, we do.
So don't quite know how to reconcile that. All right, moving on to the Titans and the Chiefs. After a midseason slump, the Chiefs are heading into the playoffs playing their absolute best football, whereas the Titans are pretty much backing into the playoffs. They've lost 3 of their last 4 games. One of those to that same team up in San Francisco. It's like we're in the playoffs. It's like we're in the playoffs. Like we just feel like we're part of the playoffs.
You know what, you deserve it.
It's amazing, right?
She's got Jimmy fever, guys.
I definitely have Jimmy fever. I've not been vaccinated. Marcus Mariota has struggled for the Titans this year. He's been very up and down.
Yes, unfortunately, this is the worst career year for Marcus Mariota. His passer rating drop-off is the 3rd worst in the NFL. Surprisingly, Matt Ryan is up there at the top. So it's surprising that a team with a quarterback that has struggled so much this season can make it into the playoffs. And Russell Wilson can't. What?
The Seahawks are still not in the playoffs. But yeah, like she said, Marcus Mariota has had a very rough season. And when the Rams were playing the Titans, getting ready to play the Titans, one thing that I said to beat the Titans is you have to force them to throw the ball.
Joining us now is Chiefs Fangirl. I'm pretty sure I know who she thinks is going to win the game, but I'd still like to hear her thoughts. So Ashley, take it away.
Keys to a Chiefs win and my game prediction. The key to a Chiefs win is how well the Chiefs offense plays against a very strong Titans defense. How well Kareem Hunt is able to rush against a highly ranked run defense. And the Chiefs need to protect Smith so he can utilize his playmakers, Kelsey and Hill. I am confident that the Chiefs will beat the Titans and win their first playoff game at Arrowhead since 1994.
All right, best of luck this weekend to Ashley and the Chiefs. No surprise on who she thinks is going to win. Now let's see who we think is going to win. I am also going to pick the Chiefs. I just think they're the better all-around team. They have a strong defense. They clearly have all things clicking on offense. Kareem Hunt, Travis Kelce, Alex Smith, Tyreek Hill. So many people, I can't even get them all out. So I'm going the Chiefs. But on any given Saturday, you see what I did there? The game is on Saturday. So on any given Saturday, a football team can win a game.
I'm putting my money with Alex Smith just because of his track record this season.
I'm going to go with the Chiefs as well. I think that they're going to rely a lot on their rookie running back Kareem Hunt. He has had an incredible year.
I'm like rooting for the underdog again because I think there is something that Marcus Mariota, who's kind of a terrible quarterback, has led his team to the playoffs. And I was going to say Arrowhead is a very hard stadium to play in, but the Titans have won the past 2 times they played at Arrowhead.
That is true.
So maybe the stars are going to align, and maybe the Titans will win.
We are going to move to the NFC matchups, where the Atlanta Falcons, who you may remember were in the Super Bowl last year, are playing none other than Taylor's Los Angeles Rams. Woo!
We had a really rough go last season, and now we are 11-5, and that is in large part to our new head coach, Sean McVay. So I think the combination of Sean McVay, he gave Jared Goff a lot of confidence. Todd Gurley's incredible MVP-like season, which made this offense turn around, is why the Rams are where they are. And then Aaron Donald, the defense, is also very impressive.
I also would say Wade Phillips was an absolutely genius hire for Sean McVay. He's taken that defense, which was good and had a lot of potential, and has turned them into an elite defense. And so that was a place where a young coach made a really smart decision on his staff. He knew what he knew, and he knew what he didn't. And I think that was genius. And that brings us to our final matchup of the weekend, and that is a battle of the NFC South, while Cam and the Panthers takes on Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. And I'm feeling super dramatic about it. All right, Panthers and the Saints. The Saints are 2-0 against Cam and the Panthers this season. Looks like somebody maybe should have reviewed his routes. Just saying, potentially. But as Shelby pointed out earlier, it's hard to beat a team. Shots are fired. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. So, Christine, I'll start with you. What do you think we should look for?
Drew Brees, going on his 12th season with 4,000 plus passing yards. Like, 12 seasons in a row. Can you believe that? But he's also got a lot of help with their running back duo, Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara, who, since they traded AP in week 6, have gone off. And I feel like nowadays in the NFL, a good solid running back can really set your team apart and put you over the edge. I know they all.
If you get that ground game going, you control that clock. So that is influential to that game. And another thing is that the Saints offense is ranked in at number 2 in the NFL, right behind New England. And, you know, the Panthers don't really match up the greatest against the Saints. So the key for them is to contain Drew Brees, and I don't really know if he's one to be contained.
Who don't think they're gonna beat them Saints?
I now really want the Saints to win because I want Christina to have to do that every week because it was so good.
Who don't think they'll beat them Saints?
Oh my God, it's
That's
so
our
good.
game prediction. So that will do it for this edition of Talking Touchdowns Wild Card Edition. We will see you next week as we see which teams continue the climb to Super Bowl 52 in beautiful Minneapolis, Minnesota. Later, skaters. Who dat think they beat them Saints?